but what we're going to talk about tonight is how to go back to eating cooked foods and how to do it in a way that doesn't mess you up, because that is a possibility. So there's an ideal way to enter a detox, and there's an ideal way to exit. And so that's what we'll be talking about tonight. And then I also wanted to talk a little bit about, if we have time, how to structure your actual meals. So I know that my coaching clients, we go through this, and even with that being said, repetition is always good, because repetition leads to what? You being able to implement it, implementation. So we'll talk a little bit about that if we have a chance. And then I also wanted to just talk a little about, well, that should be enough talking. And then I want to show you guys how to do the sushi rolls, because I know y'all are saying that the wrap part of it is kind of challenging. So I want to show you that. And then I wanted to show, you probably already have made this, but the cauliflower rice. I wanted to go ahead and do a quick demonstration of that, because what I find is that even if I think that the completing the recipes is very straightforward, or that y'all just got it and y'all doing it, like I find that when I do a demo, then there's a lot of, oh, I don't do it that way, or oh, I don't do that. So I guess it's always good to just show some things on camera. You may pick up some good tips and things that you haven't been doing. So that's what we got tonight. And because I'm filming this on my phone this time, let's see, being able to watch the chat at the same time is slightly challenging. I've learned, everything's a learning experience, right? So I've learned from this call that I can't do these on my phone. I need to do it on my computer, even though the video is clearer this time, right? Is the video clearer this time than it was on the, I think it's better lighting and stuff? Okay, all right, so we'll have to sacrifice some of the video quality a little bit in the future, just so I can better facilitate the meeting. All right, so let's talk, y'all, about what I want to talk about is how to transition back to eating cooked foods. And so being able to complete 7 days raw foods is, once again, phenomenal. Y'all, great job. Hand clap. If you ain't clap for yourself, please clap, because that's not something that everybody's out here doing. Like, you are a unicorn right now. Okay, so to be able to carry pieces of that accomplishment or that achievement forward is the goal, right? Like, we want to not just have this just be a simple blink of a moment in time, but we want to use this, what we've been doing, in order to just elevate everything that we're doing on a day-to-day moving forward. So one way that you can do that is to definitely continue with the template that I gave you guys, right? So the meal plan that I gave you with the detox guide, it shows you how to structure your day so that you're getting in obviously all raw food during the detox. But what I would like for y'all to consider is to take the breakfast and the dinner part and do your best to incorporate that into your everyday, even with cooked foods in the picture, in the equation. Because what can happen, and I'm sure y'all will agree, because I've even heard some of this during your sharing that you were just doing, it could be easy to just end up just eating a bunch of carbs or a bunch of starchy foods and have that be at the forefront, or just be dominating what you're eating. And you don't want that to be the case, because what ends up happening too is a lot of processed foods start creeping into the picture, and then before you know it, you eating Gardein every day, and then you done ran through a whole bag of Gardein. You look up, you like, where'd this go? You ate it, like you ate the whole thing in one sitting. It gets out of hand real quick. I don't know about for y'all, but for me, that's what I have experienced in the past. So the best thing to do in order to prevent that from happening is to try to push that stuff out of the way as much as possible and replace it with the green foods. You know, I always emphasize green foods because green foods are so healing, and a lot of times we don't get enough of them, nowhere near enough of them. So you want to do that for your dinner. You can do that for breakfast as well, especially this is the distinction that I also want to make, is that how you transition out of this is of course going to have everything to do with your own individual goals, or you're just, even if it's not a goal per se, if you have an objective or something you want to accomplish as far as losing weight or gaining weight, that's going to determine how you exit out of this, right? So I always tell people, if you want to lose weight, you need to maximize your green stuff. Okay, like you really need to go in with green stuff. So your smoothies even need to be mostly green, like you want to do your green smoothies. Okay, if you are wanting to gain weight, and this is not to say if you want to lose weight, don't eat fruit, but if you want to gain weight, then you are going to be focusing a lot on also including a lot of fruits, particularly at the start of your day. And you still want to get your green foods in the evening. Now, I'll just also share with you guys, because this is something, maybe I should have did this right after y'all shared, but I stepped on the scale today and I was very pleased. I've only lost 1 pound. So I was able to keep my weight on. You know, y'all know that I be on my little vegan gains journey, right? So, and it's interesting though, because I didn't really try to do that this time. So I was just surprised. Hey, you was maintaining out here. I pretty much have it at this point to where it's just second nature, based on me knowing, just knowing my body, knowing what foods to eat in order to achieve what it is, the results that I'm looking for. So yeah, so when you are exiting out of this detox, right? I don't care if you want to lose weight, gain weight, don't care about weight. What you don't want to do is you don't want to, like, when the clock strikes 12, be in the kitchen trying to get dang on every kind of veggie meat substitute, all the beans, all the rice, all the pasta. Please don't do that, because you will regret it. You might think you want that stuff. You will look in the mirror and wonder, what have you done? Like, it's not a good look, trust me. Like, when you are eating raw foods, you have gone, somebody said too late. I think that was Shondell. Yeah. And so, yeah, poor Shondell, like I didn't get to give him this heads up that I'm giving y'all, because he actually did something really incredible. He did the 7 days by itself because he thought it was starting with my original set date, and didn't realize I had pushed it back a week. So kudos to him. However, he found out the hard way, unfortunately, that yeah, you don't want to be just going in, eating everything that you feel like you was missing. So the reason why is, of course, like when we were doing the raw foods for 7 days, you got to think about like how, like, I don't want to say spoiled, but your stomach and all of that has had it very easy this week. Extremely easy, probably easier than it could ever have imagined that you might allow it to have, because just based on however you've eaten before. So, you know, when we talk about complex carbs, which are things like pastas, rice, definitely anything processed, you know, when we talk about those types of foods, it takes a lot for your stomach, for your system to be able to digest that. So we don't want to go from 0 to 10 in that manner. What is a good idea, what is a great idea to do is, now this specifically is really good, especially like if you're doing, let's just say that you're doing a water fast or some kind of liquid fast. And maybe Sean, you might have experienced this, I'm not sure, but after you do just all liquids for a period of time, you could also benefit from just easing yourself back into Yeah, I'm trying to get my screen under control. Just easing yourself back into solid foods. So with anything that you're doing, basically, you want to be able to kind of take yourself up to the next stage. You know, you don't want to just go from what you're doing and then bottom out and jump over down to like the next 5 levels. You know, that's where you're going to start to feel a lot of discomfort. You're going to have possibly even some kind of like constipation and things like that that you experience. So, you know, when you're doing something like, for example, like a liquid fast, you would want to do basically like liquefied solid foods would be next, right? So let's say you were doing what Sean did, which was lemon, water, I think cayenne and agave or something, but basically just water. The next thing that you could do would be like soups, you know, or you could do definitely juices would be a good idea. And so a level up from that is going to be your raw foods, right? What we've been doing for the week. And then a level up from that would be things that, once again, are just very easily to digest, but they may just be cooked. So things like you might saute your veggies or you may steam your veggies. I would not recommend that you jump into complex carbohydrates, you know, right away. Now you would need to stagger it, maybe just for about a day afterwards. You don't have to keep going in that way, like where you just kind of slowly easing into it. You could just do it just for the next day. But basically, you don't want to just follow it up immediately eating a whole bunch of heavy cooked foods. Okay, you don't want to go get you no chips. Like, don't do it. You don't get no chips. Don't get no dang on cupcakes and stuff like that. Like, y'all have been going throughout a whole entire week. Your palate has literally been changing, your taste buds. If you've had sugar cravings and things like that, it's really starting to be tamed at this point. So you taming the beast. And if you want to just go and just mess up everything you just did, I mean, unless you're a coaching client, be my guest. Coaching clients, I gotta hold y'all a little more accountable. Like, I don't want y'all eating all this sugar and stuff this week and going crazy. You know, so take advantage of the discipline that you've cultivated is what I'm saying. You know, in essence, you've done something very, like it puts you in a place that you probably was wanting to be. So you're there right now, right? So you don't, you know, it may not be realistic for you to continue to stay right there, but you can take advantage. You know, it's like what they say, like when you're trying to do something and you have the ball rolling, it's already rolling. The hardest part is getting that momentum going, right? So you already got your momentum. So go ahead and take advantage of being able to segue into whatever it is that you want to do next. Okay. So with that said, yeah, I have kind of like a easy way to think about your day when you're eating your foods heading into next week. If you're not detoxing, you want to think about like 2-a-days. Okay, so ideally two largely or all raw food meals per day. Some of you I know are doing kind of almost like a mono meal, so like just one meal a day, and that's great. So if you're just doing one meal a day, then you need to include a large amount of raw foods for that one meal. Don't just have it just be collard greens that is cooked down and also some pasta and stuff, and you ain't got hardly no veggies, no fresh stuff, nowhere in sight. Like, please don't do that, you know. You've seen the benefits of being on living foods, raw foods, so keep it going. So you know, whether that looks like you just continue to just have your smoothie in the morning and then have, you know, a salad, or this is what I was also sharing with one of my clients, is that so you want to have like a smoothie ideally in the morning and then a salad or whatever raw foods in the evening. And what I was saying is that the raw food in the evening can be things from the detox diet. So I know Willow was sharing earlier, you know, he kind of was like, I just didn't want to just be eating salad all the time. So the goal is to have things that are very fresh and, again, green things. So a lot of times that can be achieved through a salad. But if you're tired of salads and stuff, just use your detox diet or just look up it's stuff all over the internet, y'all. Raw foods are becoming more and more common for people to make part of their lifestyle. So use your resources, you know, Pinterest is your friend. Now I will say too though, sometimes you can get caught up on Pinterest. Pinterest be having all these little little segments that you can go and venture off into. You'd be like, I was trying to just do raw foods, and then here I go, I'm seeing lasagna and stuff, and beyond patties and stuff. So just focus when you go on Pinterest, I'll say that. But you know, there's a lot of different opportunities for you to get creative or as simple as you want, you know, but the goal is to still have those two sources of raw food per day. And let's see here, what else? I think that's what I wanted to cover mainly for how to ease out of what we've been doing this week. Any questions about that before we start with our demonstration? Anybody got a question or a comment about how to do this? What to do after detoxing? Okay, so if anything comes up, y'all can just post it in the group, any kind of concerns, questions, whatnot. Also, let me say too, so moving forward, health coaching clients, y'all already know this, but within the group itself, what we do is we don't, so this group support is a support group. It's not a group to post all your food. Now, during the detox week, that's the exception because we're all eating the same foods. You know, we're all eating or posting and sharing completely raw meals. And that's like at the top tier of the hierarchy of how well you can eat, right? So with that said, everybody is on different stages, different phases of what they're eating after detoxing. So we don't go and post up all our food in this group. This ain't that group. If y'all want to get some inspiration for like foods and meals and things to try, I know a really good group that I'm part of is called Black and Vegan. I love that group, y'all. I see like, if you want to join that group, then they like, it's like 23,000 members in there and they just be going at it, like just posting all kinds of stuff, good questions. It's a good way to just see like different meal ideas. So this group, yes, we'll give meal ideas, but it's not for us to just share every day, this is what I'm eating today. You know, it's not that kind of group. It's more so for me to be a resource to you guys and help to kind of coach you along within the context of a group, and also to ask questions, to share information, things like that. So that's the type of group that this is normally. For Detox Week, once again, we were sharing our photos of our food. And yeah, now I'm gonna say too though, if you have something raw that you're eating, so raw foods would be the exception. If you're eating raw foods and you want to share that in the group, feel free. Again, the purpose of this is because I don't want, like, we're all at different places. I'm coaching y'all through. Some people are still having chicken, for example. Some people are having fish still. Some people are still using, you know, want to use meat substitutes, things like that. So we don't want a whole bunch of different pictures in the group. That's just not going to work. Okay, so what we want is just raw foods, or share, if you see a recipe, then that's cool. You can share that as well. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense with everyone and y'all look cool with that. Okay, so y'all ready to do some food demo? Yeah, okay. All right, so I know, let me see, my son is back. He might be able to help me. Can you help me? Yeah? Okay. I think he wants to help me. Sometimes he don't want to. So we're gonna do, first of all right, so we're going to do some sushi, is the plan. And y'all hold on, bear with me while I transition real quick. I'm trying to see the best place to put this. So what we're gonna need is, now I'm gonna let you know too, I'm not doing the sushi exactly by the book, like exactly what's in the detox guide. But what I am going to do is definitely show you guys how to, like, what's the best way to roll it. Now, the way to roll it is basically like how you wrap a present, is what I always think about. So like with wrapping a gift, you know, you kind of like, well, this ain't with a gift, but what you're going to end up doing is tucking and rolling at the same time. I ain't never rolled a blunt before, but I hear that this is how you roll a blunt. Never actually rolled one myself, but I would imagine, yeah, I think this is the same kind of technique, you know what I'm saying? So you basically gonna be like, you got some stuffing in there and you kind of tuck and you roll at the same time, right? And you also, I know this is part of that too, you gotta have like a little bit of, you know, like little, it's gotta be a little wet at the end to seal it, right? I know a little something. So, you know, we're gonna do that same kind of thing, but we're gonna use, of course, this is coconut aminos. And then as far as the sides of it, you're going to, like the first part that you roll, you're gonna fold each side in, and then you're gonna continue to tuck and roll, then you're gonna fold it in a little bit more, and then you just tuck and roll it. And so that's all we do. It may be easier said than done, we'll see. All right, so, okay, Rashad, you gonna come help me out, baby? So what I got for my sushi tonight, 1 second, sweetie. I got some purple cabbage. I got some romaine lettuce. And of course, avocado. I got a little walnut meat. Sean, I don't care what you say, you're not fooling with my walnut meat, man. You're not. This is some of the walnut meat that I had left that I'm just going to use instead of, within the detox guide, it says pecan meal and sunflower seeds. Now I know the pecan meal, a lot of times people are like, I can't find that in the store. So it's good that I'm showing you this version, because it's basically just to show you, like, you can pretty much use whatever you want to use that can take the place of the pecans and the sunflower seeds with regards to the nuts. I did the pecans and sunflower seeds because, you know, sometimes people also have nut allergies. So even in place of the pecan meal, you could technically do something like hemp seeds, or you could do just kind of blend up pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds and hemp seeds if you want to. So you could do that just to kind of bring like that kind of additional, what that does is it brings like a lot of the macronutrients you need in order for it to feel filling, right? So if you don't have nuts or seeds in your sushi roll, but you have avocado will a lot of times help you to still feel kind of full. But if you combine the two, then you're definitely gonna have a meal, right? Okay, so we're gonna get started. Oh, I also gotta show the sushi itself, right? So I have these, and then I also have this. This is just nori, sushi nori. So I got this one from the DeKalb market, farmer's market. But this one I'm thinking is more widely available. You know, what is this? Emerald Cove. So if you like go online, I'm pretty sure probably like Thrive Market, this is probably on there. So yeah, I say that to say, like, all sushi, all seaweed is not created equally when it comes to trying to do a sushi roll. So make sure that you get like nori, or at least something that's kind of large and not crunchy, not roasted. Well, actually, sorry, these are dried. Yeah, so you want to get the ones that are dry, basically. This is another option. I know I've shared this with some of you. So these are coconut wraps. These are 100% raw, 100% vegan. Within the ingredients is just coconut meat, coconut water, coconut oil, moringa powder is what's in these. So these are raw as well. And it just gives you like a nice way to switch it up if you don't want to, if you want to kind of have like a wrap and you don't want to have a lettuce wrap. All right, I think Rashad is gonna help me. The only thing is, I don't know how to turn my camera. Okay, yeah, I do. Okay. You gotta drink his chocolate milk, his little almond milk. Come on, sweetie. Okay, so let's see here. Flip this around. Okay, so you can see, let's see, I don't know why this is not showing here, but yeah. All right, so this is where you watching to see what is happening. Okay.
Okay.
Got it? Mm-hmm. Cool. All right, just kind of hold it like that. Boom. All right, let's do this. You can see mommy?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta stand back that far?
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, cool. So let's see. We got the sushi, we sell the seed. Oh, we gotta wash off our little vegetables. Hold up. Wash them off. John, you like sushi?
No, ma'am.
You don't like it?
Mm-mm. Well, I never tried.
You tried it. You tried it before?
Mm-mm. Sounds Asian.
It sounds Asian.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right, so I'm pretty much doing this almost start to finish, just so you can see how easy, how quick it is. The only thing that I already had made ahead of time is, of course, the walnut meat. Y'all have the recipe for that, or you could do the pecan sunflower meal from the Detox guide. So right now, I'm going to, first of all, let's make sure our sushi doesn't get wet. Cabbage is wet. If you get your sushi wet, then it's gonna be soggy, and this is disgusting to me. I don't like sushi that is soggy. So you just wanna be careful or be mindful of that. All right, so I'm just gonna grab a few pieces off of here because it's really not about the cabbage. It's really not even about what's inside it. Y'all just need to see like, how do I roll it or how do I wrap it, right? Okay, so we're just going to, you can come a little closer there. And you can kind of make sure you're filming what I'm doing on the cutting board.
Right. Okay.
Can y'all see the food okay? Give a thumbs up if you can. Thumbs down if you can.
All of them did thumbs up.
Okay, good. You're doing a great job, cameraman.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. All right, so we got the strips of cabbage. This just makes it really beautiful, y'all. Like, I love using purple cabbage because it's just so pretty. And you know, you want your food to look pretty. Y'all know how I feel about like the aesthetics, and you know, everything is about making stuff look like it's gonna taste good, right? Hopefully it does taste good and it also looks good. Let's see. All right, we got our romaine lettuce because that's what we're working with right now. So I'm just gonna cut it into kind of some size, like the size that would be for the width of the sushi roll. And then I'm gonna layer it, so I'm gonna put 2 on it. Okay, so we want 2 of those. Let me get a paper towel. Make sure that all of this stuff is dry. Yeah. Yes, yes. We don't want wet sushi. No, no, no. Okay, and then next I'm gonna get my avocado prepared. So everybody know how to cut an avocado? If you watched my last tutorial, you have a question? Oh, you do know how to cut one? Rashad said he don't know how to cut an avocado. So we cut it lengthwise, right? And then from there, so I cut it lengthwise and I'm using the side that doesn't have the seed in it, but from there, what I normally do is just kind of press around in order to remove the seed. I'm not going to do that right now because I want to preserve this. So if you're using avocado and you don't want to use the whole avocado, then you want to try to keep the seed inside of it because that just helps it to prevent from going bad faster. So the side that doesn't have the seed in it, I'm going to just split it down in half or down the middle. And then I just peel the skin away like a banana, almost. Some of these avocados, they get a little treacherous, right? Other times they play nice, but sometimes they just be trifling, so you never know. But this one did pretty good, so we have our avocado ready. And then next, I'm going to, I think I'll slice it. I won't slice it with avocado. Sometimes I'll mash it, and then other times I'll just slice it. So tonight, because we don't have a whole, I got some zucchini and cucumber. That's what I need. I'm gonna get the cucumber out so we can have cucumber sushi roll. You gotta have the cucumber, right? The cucumber is like essential for sushi. How you doing on the camera, y'all? You doing a good job? Thumbs up. All right, so we got our slices of avocado. Rocking and rolling, rocking and rolling. All right. Next, let me get this cucumber right fast. Hold on. Oh, I got red onion. Red onion go in sushi, bro. If you wanted to, it does. That's the answer. Yeah, make sure you wash your veggies really good, right? I usually like to soak them in apple cider vinegar. You can also use lemon juice. And what that does is it helps to remove any residue, of course. Hopefully, you're able to get organic produce, which will help you to prevent your exposure to pesticides. But if you're not able to, then you definitely want to try to make sure you soak your veggies. All right, so for cucumbers, also, here's a little tip. When you're using cucumbers for sushi, we got to remember, once again, the more moisture and liquid and stuff in your sushi roll, the more likely it is to be soggy and not taste the best. So what I like to do with cucumbers is basically slice the seeds. Yeah, that's good. Slice the seeded part out. Now this is a Stephanie Sunshine little tip right here, y'all. Don't be giving all my secrets to people and telling them that you came up with it and you ain't came up. No, it's messing. Y'all are free to use it. But so, so we slice the middle part out, and that's going to remove a lot of the liquid, the water, what makes it really soggy. So from there, I just like to just kind of slice it into cubes because cucumbers look really cool when you just like leave them kind of bulky a little bit inside the sushi. So just leave them kind of like that. If you want it to be like if you like a Virgo or something like that, and just perfectionist, or you just like things to look aesthetically beautiful, you can from there make it into like an exact cube or square almost. And then now trust me, it ain't gonna matter when you eat it. Like however it's shaped and cut up, you still gonna eat it. It's gonna taste good. But if you just focus on presentation, you can kind of slice it in the way that I just showed. Okay, so we got all our stuff sliced up, I think. We got a few anyway, just to be able to demo it for you. I'm just further drying our lettuce just a little bit more because I am so serious. I'm so not about no soggy sushi. I can't stand it. Yeah, all right. So we got our cutting area, nice looking. We're ready to go ahead and roll this on up. Roll it up, roll it up. Okay, so we got our sushi. Now, another thing you can do for sushi is you can put two rolls, use two layers, basically. I do that sometimes if I am concerned about it falling apart and I just want to make sure it's really stable and sturdy. So we'll do that tonight. We'll just use two. All right, so you come a little closer, and I want you to really like kind of tilt the camera so they can see what I'm doing on the board. Well, not like that. Kind of like, yeah, like that. But you gotta hold it. All right, so we'll ask them, can they see okay? Can y'all see okay? Thumbs up. They give you a thumbs up?
One didn't.
No? No thumbs up? We need to fix the camera? Let me see your view, what you got.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it looks good. Okay, maybe hold it up a little bit more. There you go. Boom. All right. So now, first thing you want to do is you want to put your, ideally you want to put your like a dry layer on top of the seaweed. So what I'm going to do is use the lettuce first. And that just helps to, again, prevent sogginess. So we put that first. And then next, I like to grab the cucumber. So you're doing this the short way, right? Of course. This is the long side of the seaweed and this is the short side. So you want to go ahead and, I need another cucumber, but you want to go ahead and line your veggies up so that they fit the width of the seaweed. And you don't want it to go all the way the full width of the seaweed. That's another thing. Like sometimes if you make it go the full width, then that's where it starts poking out. Like you don't have enough space to tuck on the sides. So that's another part that you may not be doing. Okay, so this is how much of the seaweed that I'm gonna use for veggies, veggie real estate. This is your veggie real estate area. You gotta stick within the boundaries. Next is gonna be the cabbage. So it's great when you're making these to kind of stack things like this because it's just gonna create like a nice color blocking effect when you roll the sushi up. So we just do that. And then next, I'm gonna take my avocado. I'm going to use 2 of the little slices of avocado. All right, and it would be really beautiful if I had something like carrots or maybe even, I don't really use tomatoes in there, but if you had that, then it would just create more color and more beautiful visual appeal. So we're gonna work with what we got tonight. Now with this also, you can add like a little bit of sauce to it if you want. If you're adding sauce, then you wanna definitely do that like in between the veggies. You don't wanna do it so that it's gonna once again get in contact with that seaweed. That's gonna mess you up. Okay, so then it comes time to fold it. You gotta come overhead a little bit, baby. So bring it so that you got the camera kind of all over the, I don't know, baby. But do it like this. Here, hold it. Got it? You gotta hold it. All right. So next we're going to basically pull the sides in. Y'all see that? And then at the same time you're pulling the sides in, you grab the top part. And then again, it's important too not to overstuff your sushi. That's probably where you might run into issues. So you just kind of fold it in and you tuck it, you roll it. And then you're gonna tuck it some more while you're rolling it. So tuck, 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 bam. Okay, then you stop and you wanna tuck the sides in. Yeah, see that? Tuck the sides in, tuck the sides in. Then you're gonna continue to roll. You tuck the side a little more, tuck the side a little more, just like you're rolling up a gift. All right, then when you get to that part, you can stop and add you some liquid aminos, or if you ain't got that, you can just lick your finger. Let's see, I don't wanna add up. See, that's what I didn't wanna do. So that's why I put it on the cutting board. And I'm gonna just dab it in there. Yeah, see that? And that's gonna cause it to kind of seal a little bit. Boom. All right, so, yeah, sushi. So next, you're going to, I like to use a serrated knife. Because if you're using a knife like the chef knife, then it may kind of like tear the seaweed and it won't create an actual cut and you just be in trouble. So now when I am ready to slice it, I just kind of hold both sides of it and make sure that the sushi itself is completely sliced. Make sure that the seaweed is sliced before you pull it apart. Now they do make stuff like a sushi roller too. If you really know sushi is your thing, and you want to have sushi roll every night for dinner, you can go ahead and get you one of those. I think they're pretty cheap. I don't have one because I just can pretty much do this the manual way. And there you have it, y'all. So your sushi is done, done. Don't be like me, what I just did. I told y'all to kind of make sure it's cut up, and I didn't do that. But yeah, you can see it's still good. It's still all good. Okay, so that's your sushi rolls. Let's see what it tastes like.
Can I taste them?
You want to taste one? You do? Let me taste it first, okay? We're gonna dip it in the coconut aminos. I forgot the walnut meat, y'all. Y'all let me forget the walnut meat. Well, I'll roll that up in the next one, but this one's gonna be good too. Love it. I think you would like this, Rashad, because you like seaweed. Okay, so this goes really good also, you know, with cauliflower rice, which is what we're gonna demonstrate really quickly next. Okay. I love sushi. It's so good.
Can I have them?
You want to try one? You try one right now? Or are you going to wait till you go off camera?
I'm going to try one now.
Right now. Hold the camera. You can bite it. Got it? All right. So we're going to do the
seaweed saved it.
Seaweed saved it. You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good. All right. Make sure you got the camera on me now. All right. So next we're going to do our, oh, I'm blocking the cauliflower. You can see me. Got to get organized here. All right. So next, wipe this up too. Looks like a messy chef. I promise I got this under control, y'all. It's under control. All right, so we're going to do our cauliflower rice. It's super simple, super basic. You're gonna be wondering why you ain't been doing this. So what I like to do sometimes is just get like a section that's very manageable. You could also just hold the entire, like without cutting the cauliflower, just hold it up like this and grate it. But I prefer to sometimes like just use sections to grate with. You want to get your old-fashioned cheese grater that your great grandma had. What great grandmas use. They're making like mac and cheese and stuff like that. They use that. Okay, and then get you a bowl that you can just safely grate into. Just hold it by the stem, ideally. Use the largest holes on the grater. And then you just start to grate it.
Can I try?
You said you want to try? Okay, I'm gonna let you try. Hold on. Let me show them that this looks amazingly like rice almost. You can kind of trick yourself when you're doing your raw foods. Oh, I have a rice option now. So this goes really well with sushi. It kind of what?
They're kind of like shredded cheese.
It looked like shredded cheese a little bit? Okay, so Rashad wants to try to grate the cauliflower. Let me film him doing that. You want to be over? Here you go. Hold it. Hold it. I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna film you. Oh Lord. Well, that's not how we. It's okay, sweetie. Look, you could probably just. Was you holding it by the top? Okay, so don't do that. It's apparently it's kind of liable to break, so don't do that. Okay, that fell. Yeah, wash that off. It's real life, y'all. Behind the scenes here. Good job, young king. All right, so you're gonna, yeah, just hold it by the sides. There you go. It's a little tricky. So y'all see this? An 8-year-old could do this. That's right. Well, the rest of the rice gonna be kind of wet now, but y'all get the picture. That's good. Is it coming out into the bowl? A little bit. Some of it. Ooh, it's kind of spiky. A little spiky. Yeah, you gotta use caution. All right. Cool. So y'all see how that's done? Like I said, 8-year-old doing this over here.
Kind of.
Yeah, he almost 9. He want his credit. He's almost 9 years old. So very good, young king. All right, so we're going to go ahead and what we would do next is like basically season that up. So, you know, this is the part where, what you want to say?
What else are we going to do? So are we going to like have to put some
Nah, man, we're not adding that in there. Nah, like, that would just make it sour.
Chop some cucumber up.
Oh, okay, so what we're going to do is normally we would just, yeah, look at this. Y'all see this texture? It's amazing. It's amazing. So you want to season it really good because especially if you're serving this to somebody except, you know, other than yourself, they're going to need some flavor. You know what I'm saying? You need flavor too, but they definitely need flavor. Otherwise, they're going to think you real crazy for using cauliflower as your rice. So one thing though, I'm going to say is that you want to make sure that you don't add salt to it unless you're about to eat it right away, because again, that's going to pull the moisture from it and it's just going to cause a lot of liquid. So you want to do the salt at the end or just salt the other food that you're eating with it is what I do sometimes. So some good flavoring, you know, you can just hook this up however you would normally hook up rice, honestly, but you can do cumin. If you're doing something like a Southwest flavor, you can do, here, baby, come back and film me so they can see me talking. It's kind of awkward. Here, hold it. You got it? Come, no. Come this way, because you're going to have to hold the stand. Yeah. I'm going to let you get back to it after we're done. Hold this. Just for a little longer, okay?
Oh,
yeah, so just continue to hold it. So this is going to, like I said, you can do, now if you're doing like sushi, then you probably want to do, you know, like almost, you could even do teriyaki version of it. I told young king, Rashad, not to add this to the rice right now because I'm not about to eat it right away. And it would just be soggy, but that would be a good way to kind of have like almost like a teriyaki type of rice. You can add a lot of fresh herbs in here. That's a great opportunity to have some like sprouts, even if you want to use sprouts, microgreens. This is a great way to basically just take it up a notch. You know, sprouts and herbs are the ones that are the most potent, like they have the highest concentration of nutrients. So it's a great thing to try to just incorporate that into your cooking whenever you can. Cauliflower rice, you could do cilantro, you could do basil would be amazing. You could do oregano. Just get creative with whatever it is you want. Oh, I know Sean mentioned tarragon. Now you thought I didn't know about tarragon. I'm a chef, so I do know about tarragon. So you can add that as well. Tarragon is very fragrant. It's just such a beautiful smell. And really all herbs, fresh herbs, are very delightful as far as the way that they smell and what they bring to your food. Okay, so we're gonna let the young king retire right now because he's over here trying to act like he's yawning. Thank you, young king. All right. Oh, cool. So let's see here. Did y'all learn a little something? Y'all got a little something out of that with the rolling procedure for the sushi? Hopefully you now feel more confident as you attempt your sushi rolls for this raw vegan life. I know it's at the end of the 7-day challenge, but again, we want to try to move forward and include these meals as much as possible. The other thing I had too was the coconut wraps. So those are really good. Like I said, I'll show you what those look like. What's up, baby? Can you do it? Yeah, that's fine. Let's see here, yeah. Now, these coconut wraps, they can be kind of difficult to find. I don't think they're widely available right now. I know the places here in Atlanta to get it would be Seven Nanda and I believe Whole Foods. Oh, thank you. And if you don't have access to, if you're not in Atlanta or you just don't have access to a place that carries these wraps, you can always go to Thrive Market online and order you some. So this is what they look like, y'all. It's so amazing to me. When I found these, I was so damn delighted because I'm not gonna lie, like detox life, I get bored with it. If I'm doing detoxing for like more than the 7 days, for sure, I'd be bored. I'm like, nah, I'm ready to have something different. But so you can do wraps with these. You just wrap your food up and it's like an actual legit wrap. Now, the other option you have too, if you are serious about detoxing regularly, which hopefully you are, get you a food dehydrator. If you know you like variety, it's a great investment, solid investment. You can make things like raw pizza, and you can actually have like pretty much like a crust, but it's still raw because it's not cooked, it's not heated above 115 degrees Fahrenheit. You could also do like flaxseed crackers. Those are really good. And you can just get creative. You can make you like some kale chips and things like that with the dehydrator, so that it just opens up a lot more options for you, for those who like to get creative. Okay, so that's what I have for y'all today. Oh, look, I'll be so on time with my stuff. So punctual. So what I'll do now, that just ended right on time. I'll go ahead and let you guys once again have space to ask any lingering questions or share any lingering thoughts. But before I do that, I just want to close this video by saying thank you for doing this for yourself and doing this with each other and helping me at the same time. Like, y'all help me to stay inspired and motivated just as much as I help you. So thanks once again for being here. And we're not separating. This isn't goodbye just yet. You know, like I said, y'all stick around in the group and hang with me and one another. Did anybody have anything you wanted to say? What did I leave out? Because I probably left something out. Anything come to mind? No? Y'all good? Y'all Gucci? Cool. All right. Well, that's all I got for you tonight. And I'll be posting this replay within the next day. I figured out how to do a little editing as far as chopping off the part where I was setting up and stuff. So I'm gonna do that before I post the video. And I'm gonna chop off this last little awkward part here as well. And if nothing else, it's been real. I love y'all. I could stay with y'all all night, but I won't. So I'm gonna say peace.
Hey.
Yes.
So we can, those of us who are continuing with Raw can just continue to communicate via the Facebook site.
Oh, good question. So Belinda, what I want to do, since I have now, I've got my momentum going with these Zoom calls, right? So I've been wanting to do this for a long time, like host like a weekly thing in the group for y'all. So what I aspire to do is to host a weekly, like once a week, we just get on Zoom, I'll teach something or talk to y'all about something, or do a demo. So once a week, that is what I'm committing to. I haven't determined which day that's gonna be. But yeah, hopefully, did that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. What else? Anything else I left out? So yeah, once y'all are back in the virtual digital land in Facebook and not on video with me, like I said, please continue sharing your food. If you have a really bomb smoothie that you made and you want to share the ingredients or whatever, If you come up with, I'm actually about to get in the lab for y'all and come up with, I was thinking that for this demo, I was gonna show y'all how to do something like a Philly, like a raw. Now, y'all know they ain't gonna have no bread. They ain't gonna have bread. Nobody wants it right now anyway, right? Y'all don't want that. We on this raw life. Who needs that? So, but I was inspired. I saw something, that's what it was. It was a food post that was looking so good. And I was like, oh, I know what I'm gonna do, try to make that raw. So I wanna try to do like Philly, like cheese type of flavors. So I got that coming up for y'all. And it was something else. I know I want to do something like Caribbean inspired. Okay, Shondell said he going to a vegan restaurant tomorrow. So I'm talking about what you gonna have. Y'all, I ain't even been looking at the dang chat, but it pops up sometimes. Y'all was talking to me. Next, Sun Chef Rashad. Rashad and Sunshine, yeah. Oh, thanks, Belinda. Leah says she getting a sushi roller. She ain't trying to fool with it. Okay, cool. That's mainly what y'all was saying. But yeah, if y'all have anything that y'all see and you like, I wonder, can I make this raw? Like, send that my way. I want to try to create it raw. And that, yeah, so that's it for real this time. Unless anybody else got anything to say, keep sharing your food, your raw food within the group. Please don't be posting no dang on Beyond Burgers in there. It's gonna get deleted. What does this say? Let's see what Deshaun just say. Oh, okay, Sean said he wasn't drying off the veggies. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, Shondell is going to that that nice restaurant. Yes. Amazing. Look at you over here on this vegan thing, y'all. I'm so proud of Shondell. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of all of y'all. But yeah. Yeah, dry your veggies off. That's what he was saying. What Sean was saying as far as this the sushi going south. Because it probably was too wet. So yeah, dry it off. All right, y'all. Love you guys. I'm gonna go and I will talk to you within the group and look forward to sharing with you guys which day I plan to do. I'm gonna do a poll. So I need y'all to please like tell me which day is the best to do these once a week within the Detox group. As well as now turning into the lifestyle group. It's turning back into Better Body Lifestyle. So it was Detox for a week. Now we're back on lifestyle. All right, so I'll see y'all.
Keep raw alive. Okay.
I know that's right. Keep it. I honestly feel incredible. I feel like I do want to continue doing this. And I also feel that I may not. So I'm not going to fully commit, but yes, keep going, please. You, AJ, Shalonda, Salahuddin say he gonna do it. I might end up doing raw with y'all again some more. But hey, man, I've done my time. Okay, so I've done 30-day, 60-day raw food in the past. I've done a 7-day water fast. I've done, the list goes on. So, you know, I usually kind of gauge what it is that I'm being led to do next. And at this time, I know I'm not doing a 30-day raw, but we'll see how many days I continue it. But yeah, thanks for continuing to inspire me. Love you guys. Talk to you later. The meeting is ending for real now. Peace.